Hey broski, welcome. Welcome, welcome. We're gonna take a little break in a little bit because I'm getting some delicious pizza delivered. So I'm gonna take a break and eat that in a bit, but we'll get a good long regular length stream in. Yesterday I had to cut it a bit short, but tonight I should be good. Sir Gilman's Crest, official certification of knighthood in the Commonwealth, oft sought by worm knights. The Little Watcher. He is a venerable drive imp who seems to know the ins and outs of the Nightwing's Black Wagon. Just pepperoni, extra sauce, and green bell pepper. That's usually my go-to. I don't always feel the bell pepper, but I was feeling it tonight, so I like it simple. Papa John's. Imp. Ravenous creatures indigenous to the downside, a scant few of which possess a higher intellect. Stand between the imp and its appetite if you wish to be eaten. Imps specially trained to operate the intricate machinery in the black wagons of the downside. They're born and raised in the downside to operate black wagons and keep other fauna well in check. Yeah, dude, you can't go wrong with pizza, man. It's so good. The Honor Seeker. He is a once proud knight of the Sea Dominion on a self-made quest to regain his honor. He's a worm. Relatively intelligent amphibians known for their chivalry, hot tempers, and reckless determination. It was inevitable that the Sea Dominion's teeming masses clambered onto shore seeking glory. Worm Knight. The title Knight means nothing in the Commonwealth, but means a lot to worms. Those who clambered from the depths found a willing new employer in the Commonwealth. One of the outlandish Worm Knights of the Sea Dominion, he appears to have withstood many battles in the name of the Commonwealth, which employs many of his kind for its ongoing war against the High-Wing remnants. The last surviving faction of the Winged Harps, the ancient enemies of the Commonwealth. They're as coarse as their feathers, they hold themselves superior. His exiles seem to be self-imposed, though even he can only take so much abuse from his fellow knights. Imps are known for having superior appetites, but not for having much in the way of intellect. This particular imp defies all such common understandings, and seems to be deeply connected to the Black Wagon of the Nightwings, and perhaps the Rights themselves. You and he quickly formed an understanding. You called for me, lovely reader? What's on your mind? So then, we are back on solid land, or something like it, hmm? Then, this must be Black Basin. Flames and noxious fumes on one side, suffocating forest on the other. Lovely, lovely place. So good of you to take me here. You truly would pursue those blasted stars until the farthest corners of this land, it seems. Though I'd better cease my blasphemy, or else the scribes themselves just might descend from up on high and strike me with another much-deserved penalty. The thrill of such transgressions, reader. Sometimes it keeps me going, not that I have any real choice. Now we'd best get back to our normal business, as it were. You approach Sir Gilman, who must have just finished practicing his fencing maneuvers. He regards you with a single eye. Hail, Master Reader. This knight is determined to train harder, having joined the famous Night Wings. He shall ensure that his triumvirate continues to live up to its most feared reputation. This is such an honor, and this knight is a great deal of honor to regain. Having fled the Pyre hearts, this knight fully expects now to conduct the rites in a most honorable fashion, to the fullest letter of the law described within the books. Some triumvirates this knight has met, and perchance mentioned by name. They are inclined to bend the rules a bit, sometimes a lot, and to prevail by any means they can. But this is wrong! The exile who refuses to obey the rules as they were written by Under King Ores and his 7 friends deserves neither his honor nor his freedom. Thusly does this knight have confidence the Master Reader shall resist any temptations to conduct the rites in any underhanded fashion. Now then, this knight must undergo a thorough cleansing, having trained until the point of foulness, so please excuse me, Master Reader. He slithers off, humming some sort of chivalrous tune. This is kind of a small wagon for how many people we have in it. There's no clear path up the cliff, so you'll need to use what time you have to make one. You find that Hedwyn has asked for several volunteers to scout the area and report back. Alright everyone, don't go too far and let's meet back by dusk. Please use caution. The exiles dwelling in these lands are, well, rather territorial. For your part, you remain with the black wagon to keep watch. You see occasional dark shapes soaring across the sky, but none of them draw near enough for you to see in any detail. Eventually your companions make their way back and everyone arrives as planned, or earlier. Hi everyone, I'm back. I've come back. Faye returns from the east with a little to report, save for word that the glowing molten rock there is very, very hot. This knight yet lives, although he has little else to report. The newest member of the group, Sir Gilman, returns from a northern pass visibly shaken. He appears to have discovered an intense fear of heights. Tizo wonders whether any species of fish live in the pools or rocks nearby. The little imp Tizo seems disappointed to have left the water behind. He remains with you near the wagon. There's a western pass that seems traversable. If we travel by the light of dawn, the shadows and crags may well cover our advance against whomever may be watching. Begging your pardon, I do not wish to contradict your strategy, madam, though in my experience we shall not remain hidden for long during the climb toward the nest of Triesta. Triesta? According to the stars, the next rite shall soon commence here. The exiled harp matriarch lives in solitude amongst these very cliffs. The exiles of the Highwing remnants. You may have no love for them inherently, but they have no such qualms with me, for now. I may be able to negotiate safe passage. Negotiate? With them? Then Hedwyn steps in as the lone minstrel bows and backs away. Hey, let's not decide on this just yet. We're not going anywhere right now, that much we can agree on. We'll decide how best to go ahead come morning. For now, let's take the rest of the afternoon and get our bearings. Jadario glares at the sky as everyone else disperses. Forge this time, we haven't done that yet. You sense traces of celestial residue here. You sense something Falcon Ron values here. Who's Falcon Ron? Well, chum, had enough scrounging for one day? Usually there isn't much, but if you never look, you never get. And believe you me, it adds up. Molten glass. The low road to the nest of Triesta, or I'll say Triesta. Triesta passes through razor-sharp sands. Jadario wishes to avoid the harps by staying on low ground. Highwing Cove. The high road to the nest of Triesta is patrolled by the Commonwealth's ancient enemies. The lone minstrel believes he can negotiate safe passage with the harps via this path. The minstrel did say he might be able to negotiate, so let's go. Show yourselves, you frightened little birds. All day long, winged shadows cross the sun. You're being watched. Jadario is very unhappy about it, though the lone minstrel now attempts to calm her. Perhaps I can communicate with them. Believe me, madam, when I say your enmity towards the harps had best be held in check here. Jadario looks at him with fury in her eyes, yet he retains his calm demeanor. Soon she grants his request with a silent gesture. Then he calls towards the heavens. Good sisters, we are humble travelers such as you and beg your leave. We journeyed by the sea and seek safe passage through your lands. We shall not disturb your hunting or your nests. The request is met with nothing but silence. You search in vain for any indication of acknowledgement. Then without notice one of them appears. She swoops the minstrel up and out of sight before Jadario can respond. Damnation! Wait here, I shall go find him. For a long, terrible moment, you're alone with your panic. Soon, however, the lone minstrel returns amid the sound of flapping wings. He dusts his cloak and calls out towards them. We thank you for your hospitality, good sisters. We shall be on our way. Having seen this, Jadario returns, sullen. The exiles of the High Wing remnants are letting you pass, for now. It seems they're having some dispute within their ranks and wish no further troubles for the time. It is a warning, one that leaves Jadario fuming. -4 hope, wow. Guess we're not using her then. She's just gonna be pouty. At last you arrive at the nest of Trieste, where the next rite is soon to commence. You cannot shake the feeling that unseen eyes watched your wagon's ascent and remain watching now. Slug market? Oh, hey you guys, what brings you way out here? No, wait, don't tell me, I don't want to know. All I want is you to get the best deals in the downside. We needed the extra money, so that's good. After dousing the adversary's Pyre, the bear's Pyre is restored by up to 5. Any adversaries banished by the bear take longer to return, plus 1 second. We'll just get some upgrades. We want to make his quickness better. That's really good. Now he's at +3. This is good. Plus 260%. Or a linger for him. Upgrade phase. Thanks, guys. Good luck in that thing you're going to tonight. You call upon me for some purpose, my reader? Nope. Next page. My emperor lay there, bleeding and alone, stranded in a bitter land beyond the river. With fleeting consciousness, he understood the folly of his quest and the folly of his rule over his country. Thus did he await the last embrace. It was the imp Hawkzz that nursed him back to health and warned him oft of the dangers he would have to face. Many enemies of Myr would come and search for him, some under employment by the rope collar, some longing openly for cold, uncomplicated vengeance. I was one of them. I plunged into the river willingly. We needed to be sure that he was dead. You and your fellow exiles gather on the blasted lands called the Nest of Trieste, expecting the imminent commencement of the rites. You see no sign of any adversaries, but then you hear a whooshing sound above. This, then, is what passes for the Night Wings now. Such a rabble. Not even dressed for the occasion yet. It seems the scribes have little pride in their tradition. Hold your tongue, little bird. We have not come for talk. No, you've come on behalf of your commonwealth. Mark well my words, you horned filth. When at last we free ourselves, your home shall burn. With that, the harp swoops off as Jadario glowers after her. Winged warriors from the mountainous outskirts of the Commonwealth where they are feared. They fled to their mountain nests, awaiting the day when they would darken the skies and retake the land. It is only then that you realize another harp has come. She is quite serious, I assure you. I can help you sort her out. It's in our mutual interest. You know naught of my interest. Let's give this another shot. Hi, my name's Pamitha Thane. She appears to be one of the winged harps of the High Wing remnants, now bound in exile. The surly one back there, that was my blood sister. No need to judge her harshly, though. We've only met just now, though I must say, something about you reminds me of her. How dare you implicate that I have anything in common with your ilk? Just then Hedwyn shows up to intervene. He whispers something to Jadario. No, Hedwyn, you cannot be serious. Jody, I'm asking you to trust me on this one. Am I perhaps interrupting something? Say, by the by, however did you make it all this way across the sea? Didn't see you fly in. Trust is something I'm loath to give away, Edwin. We have set our course thus far, and I have followed, so do as you must. That Sandalwood had better have an explanation for all this. Jadario storms off as Hedwyn turns to you. What's your take on this one, my friend? Our informant wants something for each mask. Someone. I hadn't expected we'd run into a harp, yet here she is. What are you getting from her? You turn your attention to Pamitha, who has been watching with bemused interest. Ah, a reader, are you? Pleasure to make your acquaintance, darling. Well, here I am. Gaze intently all you like and tell your comrade there the truth a bit, why don't you? You sense that she is conflicted about something, though you do not know what. You also sense, however, that her motives here and now are earnest. I don't know. Tell Hedwyn that you cannot adequately judge Pamitha just yet. While you have certain reservations, you defer to him on what to do. I understand, my friend, and I appreciate your backup on this one. Above all, I need to give Sandalwood the benefit of the doubt, which means doing the same right now for Pamitha. We've come this far thanks to a certain faith, and right now it's telling me to take her with us, even though Jadario isn't going to like it. He then turns to Pamitha. I'm Hedwyn. We'll accept your offer on 2 conditions if you'll hear me out. Conditions? Why sure, I love a good condition or 2. First, after we're finished here tonight, you come along and make sure that your blood sister and her friends don't give us any trouble when we're headed out. Second, you'll have to find a way to get along with Jadario, whom you met earlier. Brilliant. I had no plans to stick around here anyway. As for your demon friend, no doubt we'll get on famously. Now, I don't suppose you have an extra set of raiments I could use, because I think the rite is getting started. You look up and see that she is right. Pamitha Thane.
I thought for sure the stars would have eluded you by now. Yet here you are, somehow, upon the nest of
Triesta.
And you've swelled the ranks of your triumvirate not merely with another, but with 2. One from the Pyre heart, no less. And one who seeks the favor of the adversaries whom you'll imminently face. They are the essence. Winged terrors, as you soon shall see. Can your longing for freedom match their hatred for the vibrant country that was once your home?
She looks badass. From a distance you observe as Pamitha, now clad in Nightwing raiments, heads towards your adversaries and the rites. Tamitha, you, what sort of heathen harp would dare take wing against us? Your new companion then loosens the binding on her mask. Hello there, Tamitha. One of the winged harps of the High Wing remnants now bound in exile. Pamitha's blood sister stares back at her a while before responding. What in the saint's name are you doing here with them? 5th of the 8 scribes of the Book of Rites, known as the Disciplined or the Blessed Born. The eldest of the harp matriarchs, she anointed the Book of Rites and gave its words their power. Doubtless come to dig your talons in my back again. No, sister, I've come to have a word with you. Save it. I cannot help but share your poisoned blood, but I shan't ever count you as my sister. You expect me to believe that you came all this way for talk? You waste your time as ever. What's life if not a waste of time, dear sister? Give me a chance, why don't you? What do you even have to lose anymore? Besides, I've come a long way. Silence. You shan't have come here, and the time for talk is long since past. If only you could see yourself, again, consorting with my enemies. Fine then, savor their defeat. But I warn you, stay away from me. Pamitha says nothing more as her blood sister turns away again. Pamitha gets your attention. Listen to me, reader darling. The rest of you are ill-equipped to navigate this place. Let me conduct this rite on your behalf, and my wings will bring you victory. Dear lady, your words ring true. This knight is flattered that you have not eaten him, as is tendency among your kind. This knight hereby volunteers his post in the triumvirate for thee. Sir Gilman refuses to participate in the rite this night so that Pamitha can face her sister. You observe the treacherous terrain. Pamitha should be better suited to the rites here than the rest of you.
The rite shall begin forthwith. Pamitha.
Well, I thought you'd never ask there, darling. I accept. If the little bird is going to conduct the rites for us, then I shall not. Oh, I could have given her a talisman thing. Always Edwin.
Headwind. Rookie.
Huh? Oh, yeah, you got it, chum.
The choice is cast.
Come then, sister. Perhaps when we are finished here, you'll spare a moment of your time. I shan't be tricked by you again, Pamitha. How poetic that we meet here in the downside. I can think of nowhere else where I would rather see you rot for what you did to our people and to me. Pamitha seems to sense your presence and then catches your attention. Hello there, reader darling. If I'm to be at your mercy in all this, I'd like it very much if you could minimize how often I'm to wallow in a state of banishment. Quickly, let me show you what we Sisters of the Highwing Remnants can do.
Reader, you put yourself amidst a feud between two sisters? That seems entirely unwise. Even for you. Tread lightly around that exiled Pamitha. Her kind's all but forgotten Saint Triesta's grace.
See, darling, we harps, we're not so bad. Now I suppose we'd better get to work, hmm? Just don't go underestimating Tamitha over there. I trust you'll do the best you can. She's a vengeful tactician of the Highwing Remnants who plot the Commonwealth's ruin. To the skies, sisters. Talon formation. Wow.
Within the Nightwing's flame.
Edwin, was it? Tell me something. You know how to fly? I wish I did right about now. Then listen up. My blood sister there, she'll swoop right past you if you're careless, but we harps simply cannot get much altitude down here. So if she goes for any unfair tricks, just jump for it and catch her in the act. She always hated when I used to do that to her. Press W to block flying adversaries.
A blow against the adversary's pyre. Each pyre now burns no more brightly than the other.
Oh, wrong button. God.
Resplendent. The Nightwings edge closer to victory. Oh.
Got him.
Beauteous. A mere
Oh, crap.
attempt.
Dang it.
Seize the orb. Brilliantly done.
What?
sputters.
Damn you, Pamitha. You're no true Thane. To think you have the gall to call me sister still after everything you wrought upon us. A feared clan of the Highwing remnants, Pamitha and Tamitha, are its surviving members. I hate to break it to you. I think it's Tamitha. Tamitha and Pamitha. But I don't think my actions, however much they hurt you, had any effect on our familial status. Look, I know I wronged you, that's why I'm here. You don't know my side of the story. Your side of the story? If I wanted to hear more lies and deceptions, I ought to have asked the Commonwealth to stay my sentence for a while. Well, if you have come all this way to face me, Pamitha, then come and do it. You and me. You think that you see Pamitha shake her head. Everyone, stay back. Oh, the one-on-one.
What is it those two think they're doing? The rights are not the place to settle petty scores, and it is done. The you-know-who prevailed. Their hapless adversaries stood no chance.
The you-know-who.
The right is complete.
You Commonwealth filth. Only through that traitor's help could you have beaten us. You postpone the coming of our liberty, but we are ever patient, and our sisters on the other side shall have their day, with or without my aid. Tamitha, wait, please. You found good company there, Pamitha. May you wither here with them. I hope sincerely we shan't ever meet again. Pamitha stands motionless as her blood sister departs. Hey, she's gone. The rest of us are headed back. What about you? Sure, I don't see why not.
The 8 scribes bless us with their ways. 'Twould appear that rookies not too old to learn new tricks.
Faster, stronger, and little better looking, too. I mean, is there anything I can't handle? Definitely want more Pyre damage, that's nice.
Until the next rite.
After vanquishing the Essence rather decisively, you and the others return to your wagon. Triumvirate of winged harps harboring a deep hatred for the Commonwealth. Led by the harp to meet the Thane. You and the others return to your wagon to consider your next move and how best to integrate Pamitha into the group. Don't worry, I won't be staying any longer than it takes. I like my fresh air so I can sleep up on the roof. I trust the rights will cause my path and Tamitha's to cross again before too long. You're welcome with us for now, Pamitha. Trust is what got us here, isn't that right, Ruki? But Ruki does not seem to hear the question. He's been rather quiet since first encountering your new guest. Pamitha shoots him one of her smiles. He stammers something about having to check the wagon wheels again. He runs off. During this discussion, the minstrel pulls you aside. Reader, I ask a moment of your time outside. There is somewhere I may ask we go here in Black Basin, Reader. By your leave, of course, and provided that the stars allow it. Would you look upon them for us, please? West. To Lu, the vernal star. The vernal star burns bright over the densest woods in Black Basin. The glade of Lu, directly due west, then. It is just as my client indicated. The great sap scholar Lu Sklorian here vanquished the root titan limbless Arazek. This client of yours, our informant, Sandalwood. He entrusted us with this wagon, this quest. Why? What does he want from us? You may ask him yourself. He awaits us somewhere in Wakingwood, due west. How do we find him? He shall find us. It seems you are soon to finally meet Sandalwood. At dawn you shall have to cross a single narrow path leading west where he supposedly waits. Pamitha's moonshine. Oh, 1 second. Alright, pizza. So I'm going to take about a 1 hour break to get some food here, eat my pizza, relax, and then we'll be back for another couple hours tonight once I'm done eating. Alright, yeah, we'll be back in about an hour to play some more.